Hi there. So, how do you get the best results using the hypnosis recordings? First of all, if you've had a conversational hypnosis session with me or a strategy call or an actual deep dive hypnosis session, then these recordings are going to hit you at a different level because we've already massaged the neurology and kind of told it the direction in which we want to go without any equivocation or resistance. And so then when you listen to the recordings, they're going to reach a deeper level, mean more, and you're going to get more from them. That's not to say that they will work, period, if you work them. And so even if you've never met me and never talked to me, if you are a court reporting student or you are a working reporter, you're going to get movement and shift and change. And all of those recordings are basically funneled to get the same results, which is to feel confident, to flow, to write smoothly, to trust your neurology, to trust the dictionary that's been downloaded into you, into your subconscious through all the years of practice. And so for theory students, I think there's only one recording in there that really is just a visual of where I'm going in my journey. What does the end result look like, me working in the field? Otherwise, it's not going to help you because you're learning your theory up here. You're not working on speed building, which is a different animal. And there should, I don't know how, schools, if they could just figure out a way to help the students with that transition from theory to speed building, I think it would be really useful. I know there are people who continue to review and restudy and relearn and practice their theory all the way through the speeds. I didn't. Now, probably I might have gotten out faster if I had. And to not mix them together necessarily, although I guess you could if you created a word list or paragraphs using all the words that you're trying to remember, and do those on a repetitious basis, you're gonna remember them. Repetition is a strange animal. What you focus on, you get more of. And so if you're repetitively focusing on the same thing, on the same drills, for a period of time, you're going to get an amazing result. That period of time is somewhere, it's a window between 7 and 60 days. I like 21 because we've all been told it takes 21 days to make a habit, change a habit, or in our case, to change a belief, to change a thought pattern, to change a neural pathway. It changes immediately, but if you don't use it, you lose it. And so repeating it digs it deeper and deeper and deeper, which is why the program that you're running on that's holding you back, if it is so automatic, because it was repeated so many times at a point in your life when your neurology was all growing and changing, and it just locked in. It is really deep, but that doesn't mean it can't be changed. It may just take more, I don't know, not even effort on your part, but consistency and not giving up. Which is why I really encourage people at some point to, on those recordings, to just, and it can be my recordings or it can be anything that's positive, to just hit play and go to sleep. And it doesn't have to run all night, but the thing you drift into as you're falling into delta, out of beta into alpha, theta, and down into delta, the messages you're getting need to be positive. And if you can do that repeatedly for at least 21 days, you're going to feel a shift in you and in how you think and how you feel. And I know that stuff works because I was at a place in my life where I could not sleep. I knew that a big change was coming in my life and I was scared. And I would put on something every single night and just hit play and go to sleep. And I figured for me, I was using like 6 to 8, 10-hour recordings, because I just didn't want my mind jumping in and trying to change the conversation. I wanted just positive input, period. And within 21 days, I started really feeling a difference, but knowing the traumatic downloads that I got when I was very little, I wasn't going to take any chances that I was going to backslide, because what happens when you backslide is the conscious part of you, or the part of you that fears the change, says, you're anxious and you're nervous and you're doubting yourself all the time, and that's what we're used to. I know how to deal with that. I've been doing it for what, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. But now you're changing everything, and I don't like change, because that means I got to reconfigure everything and I got to figure out how I fit in. And let's just keep it the way it was. It works for me. This is the inner part of you that's sabotaging you talking. It works for me. So let's just keep it that way. It will resist change. And so you've got to be bigger than the resistance. And that just means persistence and consistency and keeping going in the direction you want to go. So the recordings that you will find in soundcloud.com now, and they're under Magic for Court Reporters, will all work if you work them. What does that mean? It means listen to it once in an upright, relaxed, quiet, you can hear my dryer spinning in the background, in a quiet environment where you're not distracted by anything, and to just allow the experience to be whatever it is. Don't expect anything, because you're not going to, you probably are not going to see flashes of color and changes in dimensions and thoughts and all that. We just want to lay down that foundation of what is it we're going to be asking your program to change from and into. And so once sitting up straight, and I'm saying straight, like, don't lay down the first time, because you're just going to fall asleep. And after you've laid the foundation and you know what's on that recording, so you're not afraid of it anymore, because you know what the words are and there was nothing in there that was scary or that was against what you want. And I'm really generically careful about that, because we all have slightly different visions and aspirations and goals. But for the most part, we want to write fearlessly, focused, for as long as we need to, in a relaxed state, so we're not doubly stressed out by the time we finish. And we want to get the results we want. We want to increase our speed and our accuracy and our confidence and our ability to stay on task and focus. So after you've listened to it that one time, then you can listen to it, God help you, as many times as you want to throughout any day. I know some reporters who wake up first thing in the morning and literally put on a recording, and that's their warm-up, which is kind of sweet, because when you're writing, you're going to drop down into alpha waves, because it's boring, frankly, and it kind of will lull you along, because it's meant to do that. And so your subconscious is hearing all those words, and you're still getting a little warm-up practice as you do. And it doesn't have to be fast, it doesn't have to be slow, and depending on your speed, it's going to either feel faster or slower. Doesn't matter. I have working reporters who are still using the recording that I gave them that was specifically for them when they were trying to get out of school and pass their state certification. And there have been times when I've said, but that recording says you're going to pass the test and you're going to blah, blah, blah. Don't you want an updated recording that talks about your working life? And most of them say, no, I don't care what's on the recording. I feel great. I listened to that recording and it just puts me in the right place. So, okay, go for it. If it works for you that way, that's wonderful. But that's actually the same thing that's happening, that it happened with me when I was listening to that thing over and over again. And I would listen to different ones because they would make me crazy. Different recordings at night. to be able to go to sleep, stay asleep, and wake up with a positive attitude, which is really, really important. So once you've listened to it, decided if you want to listen to it during the day or how many times, and you can come up with a schedule or just do it randomly during the day if you feel like it. But most importantly, I want you to listen to it once a day, every day, for 21 days. I don't care, because one of the ways you can listen to it is to lay down with earbuds if you have a partner, or other people around in the house, or just turn the recording on and relax and go to sleep. Just drift off. And it's the ultimate in multitasking, because your subconscious never sleeps. It's awake and vigilant all the time. It's your conscious mind we want to relax and go to sleep so your body can rest. But your subconscious is going to be exposed to everything it's hearing during that period, and it becomes a pattern. It becomes that repetitious download that is overriding the repetitious download that you had earlier in life with the program that's no longer helping you. And there'll come a moment where they switch, and the one that's been holding you back your whole life will start fading away as the other one actually gets stronger and becomes you. Because at first it's you practicing the thing that you want. It's you doing the thing. And then one day the thing becomes you. It becomes who you are. It's in a very quicker mode, it's how Madonna has reinvented herself every step of the way. There were just those moments where she decided, had enough of that, gonna be this now, and stepped into it and repetitiously declared and became that. It's no different with you guys, especially those of you who are in school, to say, I've been a student up until now. I'm going to start thinking of myself as I'm a reporter. I'm still gaining speed. I'm aiming for a certification. I'm going to be working in this kind of an environment, but I'm at that trajectory in my studies that I'm always going to be getting better and faster and learning. So it's not any different than a reporter who's been out in the field for 10 years. They're still getting faster, getting more accurate, and learning, always. And so start thinking of yourself in those terms, not in terms of, I'm just a student, because your brain will lock into, oh, you're a student. Okay, well, we're going to keep you being a student forever because I like what's familiar and I don't like change. And I know how to navigate you through school. You go to school, you take the test, you fail the test, you cry. I don't care. We show up and do it again the next day. And you can't understand why you feel so bad and you can't get the results that you thought you deserved and you wanted. So pick a recording that feels good to you, that gives you just that, yeah, I resonate with this. This, I get it. It gets me. Let's listen to this for 21 days. And while you're doing that, start changing the habits in your daily life to be congruent with that new thought pattern. Ask yourself, the student me has been doing things this way. The reporter me, who already knows the journey and is not afraid of anything because she's already certified and out and working and making money, how does she run her day? What does she do during the day that makes all the difference in the world? And it does, and it will, because that's you becoming the version of you that you know is out there waiting for you. And that's as far away as your belief is. I swear to you. You guys have a great day. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, let me know.